battle continues May 1st at the second stop on the PSP Tour. So mark your calendars and sign up your team to take the field at the 2015 PSP Nashville Open. Watch all the action going down and broadcast live May 1st through the 3rd on PSPEvents.com. Welcome back here, 2015 PSP Dallas Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez. We're about to watch the D2 finals between PC Katana and Supreme. There's Supreme on your screen right now. This is now a race to 5 points, 15 minutes of regulation time. So if you've been watching us, we've seen the D3 and D4. That was a race to 4 with 12 minutes. This is a race to 5 with 15 minutes. So these two teams fought through the divisional ranks to end up on this field right now and try to play for this win, Todd.
Yeah, and that is Supreme on the screen. Looking like they're going to head heavy bodies out to that Dorito side.
Definitely looks
like it. I like what we've seen. You know, as we said, these teams didn't get to play these fields through the prelims. So they're seeing this field for the first time, and we're still seeing some pretty good game plans coming out of these divisional teams. Looks like they're either reading the field pretty well or they've been watching the pros play. And
major penalty on Supreme immediately. So that's going to take 2 more bodies off and is going to open up this snake side wide for PC Katana. And that's another body coming off, so not looking good early on.
PC Katana
for Supreme
chopping up those last couple bodies. PC Katana, their team that we've seen before here on our field. Definitely heard that name before. Here they come. Shot so many bodies. That major definitely helped out. Run that flag in. Gonna try not to blow the flag. Blow the horn.
So quick 45-second point. And it looks like Ryan Pruitt's playing on Supreme, Todd.
Yeah. I think I saw Ryan Pruitt over there getting ready. He played with Excessive last season.
And I also think he was on Shock like 3-4 years ago. Was it Ryan Pruitt? No?
I think it's a different
Ryan
Pruitt. Different
really?
Pruitt. It's like Bob Pruitt.
You just making stuff up now or what? Maybe I am. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, man.
So 14-15 left to go. And this game brought to you by PbNation. Join the conversation. Head to PbNation. Also, don't forget, mark your calendars for the upcoming PSP events. Nashville Open, May 1st through the 3rd. The Mid-Atlantic Open, June 18th through the 21st. The Chicago Open, the Mid-Atlantic Open have switched. Chicago Open is now the 4th event to get ready for World Cup, which is October 15th through the 18th. And as always, you can catch it all live at paintballaccess.com.
Yeah, that's Corey Bornstein right there in that graphic. Balling out for LA Infamous out here.
And we're going to see them in a little bit. Los Angeles Infamous going to be taking on Houston Heat in the Pro Finals. Flip a coin on that one.
Yeah, it should be a good game either which way. PC Katana, switch sides coming out. Justin Bailey, Dan Strickland, Eric Wilson, Logan Landry, Scott Colson. Supreme bringing out Devin Cuevas, Jordan Boyum, Michael Sanders. (1-0) early lead for PC Katana. (14-15) left to go here on the breakout.
And these teams have switched sides, so PC Katana on your right now and Supreme on your left. Uh-oh, look for a penalty here on Supreme.
Yeah, that's definitely coming from Katana as well.
2 in a row now on Supreme.
I don't know how Katana didn't get a penalty right there.
So no penalty on Katana, 2 on Supreme in this matchup. And it's going to be another incredibly quick point here for PC Katana. Nice work by Dan Strickland. Justin Bailey. And yeah, shout out to Dan Strickland, who has been a supporter of the webcast in the past. And this is PC Katana is a team from Florida. So they've been working hard over the years to get here. So 2-0 right now. PC Katana in the driver's seat. We're going to be right back.
They say paintball is 90% mental. The mental aspect of our sport goes far beyond game plans and visualization. Now more than ever, Empire provides an unmatched support system for you both on and off the field. Having this level of support allows you to focus on the things that you need to go out there and get the job done. The Empire All-In Sponsorship Program. Thousands of players, hundreds of teams, one family, one support system.
I love the way it fits, and it's not really loose. I don't feel like, man, I hit the ground, it's gonna come off, because it really fits my face. It's kind of like this one was made for me, and it's kind of crazy that I think that way, you know. Probably they probably souped it up, you know, just for me. They ain't tell me, did it on the low. They said this one's Jerry's. I believe it. Hey, man.
PC Katana up by 2 right now against Supreme. Supreme needs to stop playing on. They've had 2 major penalties already so far here in 2 points, which has really made it incredibly easy for PC Katana to put the 2 points on the board they needed to. So now both teams losing a body. Justin Bailey walking off and Randeep Pabla. Oh. Looks like a Supreme player catches one right in the face on a head check.
Yeah, out of that snake side, so that's going to open up the middle of the field a little bit for PC Katana. See some players getting on their feet, looking to make a move down the Dorito side, getting a bump up. Supreme actually able to bump out from the back center to the snake side temple, so that's going to help them out. There you see the spread for PC Katana in the grand red Empire jerseys. All up in the middle. Right there, that's number 7 for PC Katana, Justin Bailey. Bailey making his move into the can. From that center stand-up, now both cans occupied by PC Katana in the middle. They're crossed up. Katana player looking to make a move. That looks like Carlos Lopez in the center of the field, and he gets a shot again on that same snake side temple, and he's going to launch up the middle to the Xbox. Terrence, I'm sorry, that's number 37. Sometimes when it gets real muddy and dirty out here and people start swapping loaders, it's hard to tell who's who.
So now a little bit more of a battle here because Supreme played clean this point. John Miller, Ryan Pruitt, and Devin Cuevas on the field for Supreme. Little body advantage here for PC Katana. Scott Colson, Carlos Lopez, Brian Johnson, and Eric Wilson on the field for them. There's the eye in the sky. Look at the lineup that's out there right now for these teams. And PC Katana, a little bit better, a little bit more ground. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Supreme, a little bit better ground here, but down a body. So better field position, but they only have 3 players versus 4 for PC Katana.
Yeah, Justin Bailey, he's got his gun locked on the Dorito side. Looks like Ryan Pruitt there in the middle for Supreme wants to make a move. He does. Here he comes up into the Xbox. Now he's going to jump, come through the middle. He's going to get 1. Is he going to get 2? He does get 2, but he gets chopped up before leaving. And a red flag going to go up in the air.
So Supreme, just when thinking that it might be going their way, they get another major penalty here. which is going to clear out the field, and that is going to give Katana another point here in a race to 5. So the score is 3-0. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, I'm in Supreme's pit with Devin Cuevas. Now Devin, everyone seems pretty low energy and a little defeated in the pits right now. What do you think you guys are struggling with most?
Well, we've gotten 3 major penalties so far, so I mean, especially Sunday paintball, that's not going to get you anywhere. And low energy, as far as that goes, I think the majors are doing that. I mean, we've gone down 3-0 a couple times, so I think we're trying to stay calm, but hopefully we can get some more energy up.
All right, hopefully they can get some energy up and get some points on the board. We'll have to see. Back to you guys. Thank you.
The good news for Supreme is that they know what they're doing wrong, playing on. And 2, there's 10 minutes and 55 seconds left. This is a race to 5. So he said they've been down 3-0 before. It's doable for them. You saw Ryan Pruitt with an awesome run through, much closer point there, and then a penalty at the end of it. So at least they got the penalty at the end. They still lost the point. So if they can just keep those penalties from actually happening, then who knows? Maybe they could come back. And they do have enough time to do it.
Hey, definitely anything's possible over here if you believe in yourself and you're willing to fight and make sacrifices. So Supreme, they didn't get the penalty right off the break that game, and we saw that their players were capable of getting out the spots and gunfighting and making some moves. So we'll see here, but PC Katana has got a pretty good hold, 3-point lead right now, 10:55 left to go in this game as they walk out to get ready for the start of this next point.
Looks like a timeout has been called as well. I'm going to go on a limb and say that's Supreme calling the timeout.
I think so.
Yeah. Other than screaming at the guys to stop playing on, if you were Supreme's coach, what would you be talking to him about right now?
Well, just staying focused, not coming out of character because you're getting a little rattled with what's going on the field.
We've been down like this before. Let's go.
Yeah, you can hear him say it right there. Hey, we've been down like this before. That was actually Sanders right there, 97. That is the player that came through the middle of the field and got those 2 bunkers. That's Nate Schrader right there in the pit. He's boys with all the guys from Uprising.
Yeah,
he was actually scheduled to play on Uprising out here, but he and Alex Borromeo, another vicious player, were ranked too high to play D1. They had actually hoped to get a pro spot and weren't able to secure it. So if they're able to get a pro spot later, you'll see Alex Borromeo and Nate Schrader playing with Uprising. A lot of those guys used to play together on a team called the DBS Kids. I don't know if you remember that name.
I do remember the DBS Kids.
They played in a bunch of finals. They did well. They were coached by Tyler Michaud, former Dynasty player. Really sick baller out of the Northwest as well. So,
well, right here, Panama City Katana up 3-0. So let's see, biggest question right now. Can Supreme play a point without getting a major penalty? If they can, then they got a chance. I mean, obviously they showed us there some skills in that last point. Some pretty good play until they ended up getting a penalty at the later part of that. When you get a major penalty in a divisional game, it takes you and the guy that got shot and then 2 more of your guys. So that's a large percentage of the guys out there actually playing. Only 5 players play each point. So really important to, when you get shot, to continue to play.
Here we go, Panama City Katana.
Look out the break. Looking at the break here from Panama City Katana's side. And aggressive moves up the center, taking some good ground. Not doubling up that back center, rolling a gun, getting a shot on... I'm sorry, that was Supreme's. That was the lineup for Supreme, and they got some kills on Panama City Katana.
Supreme making some moves down the Dorito side, losing bodies. Uh-oh, we're going to get another penalty on Supreme. Oh, no. Referee making that call, but still busting down that Dorito side.
Hey, at least it was a minor, and they got a ton of kills to start out. So Supreme, I think, is finally going to get on the board here.
And there is Sanders again. He's the guy that made that move through the middle. This time, booking down the Dorito side, getting a bunch of kills for his team. Sanders looks like a player out there right now. At least he's staying strong. trying to give his contribution.
Well, now we have ourselves a match. Less than 10 minutes to play, 9:59. But that's a lot of time out here. And again, Supreme, they got another penalty, but at least it was a minor. So I guess if you're going to get penalties, guys, you might as well keep them yellow and keep them one-on-ones instead of two-on-ones. But they were able to win that point. But still, that's 4 penalties right now for Supreme so far in this match. So the fact that it's this close bodes well for Supreme if they can play clean.
Yep. There you see Joel Eaton in the background for Portland, now Seattle Uprising. One of those DBS kids, Doodlebug Sports. These Doodlebug dudes were always cool. Big Lux team, DLX. Always over there in the DLX booth with Daryl Trent, OG Ironman, Philly All-Americans player, running DLX. I love my Luxes. So nice.
I like that old school Predator autococker you got.
Oh, just got a second one.
Get out of here.
eBay, son.
What?
What's up?
You didn't tell me about it?
Number 2. All
Can I-
original parts.
Hey, can I I was thinking maybe like you could just let me borrow like one of those maybe permanently.
Permanent. Wait a second.
That
Here.
means that, like you give it to me as like a lend, like I lend it from you.
I hand it to you.
It's basically it's yours, but we keep it at my house.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So if that's cool with you.
On a breakout here, looks like Supreme finally might all get 5 guys alive on the break. PC Katana, they get all 5 guys alive on the break as well. And here come the secondary bumps. PC Katana with a 2-point lead, under 10 minutes. Flurry of majors to start off this game for Supreme, trying to fight their way back into it.
So it's 5 players alive for both teams. 9:21 to go. 2 points separates these two teams. 3-1's the score. Panama City here with the advantage. Both these teams rolling their guns right now.
Oh, looks like Supreme player able to get out wide here on the snake side. Gets into that first or second snake temple. If he can get over here in the snake, will definitely help out his team if he can get some kills across the field. Bodies stacked up for PC Katana on the Dorito side. And there goes the first body to drop on the outside of the snake side for PC Katana.
So that could open things up on the snake side. They have Supreme has 2 players over here, and Scott Colson walks off. And they look like they want to make moves. Both of them looking for it right now, trying to seize those angles. They see the body walking off right in front of them. Now wrapping around, and then you're looking at there's the move to the snake. Supreme in there. Oh, but he gets clipped, so that's going to even up the body count here at 4 apiece.
PC Katana gives that body right back.
So PC Katana now down by 1 as far as the body count is concerned. Logan Landry, Eric Wilson, and Brian Johnson on the field for Panama City. And another one comes off here. So the door's starting to open for Supreme. So see, this is what happens when you play clean. All of a sudden, solutions start presenting themselves, and doors start to open. So they might pull within 1 here. It would be pretty crazy if they started out the game the way they did, and somehow, some way, ended up coming back.
Oh, but Supreme player trying to make that bump into the snake, gets shot in the head. Looks like we got 2 bodies left alive for Katana, Wilson and Johnson. Supreme, I think they only got a couple. Sanders is over there, 3 bodies left alive for them.
And you see the 3 bodies for Supreme on the D side of the field, trying to move up.
So Boyum. I think Sanders might be Pruitt, posing as Sanders. John Miller over there for Supreme. Here comes Sanders, a.k.a. Pruitt, up in the middle of the field, standing behind that X. Looking to come through, split the middle.
Yeah, he wants to go. There he goes. Comes up a little bit. He's playing it smart, though. Oh, but he gets blown apart. Did he trade out is the question, and did it happen clean?
Referee going to run in there and check.
Yeah, he's alive. Referee's going to give him another look. Going to get in closer, and he's out. So, but no penalty assessed. He didn't shoot his gun, it looked like. But now, Supreme, 2-on-1. Eric Wilson, last player left alive for Panama City Katana, and he gets taken out. So here comes Supreme. Well, they're going to need to sprint this flag in, though, or leisurely jog. The issue's time. You know, we've seen some. These have been really long points, and you just want to give yourself as much time as you possibly can, just in case. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll turn around and 3 of them will walk off right away, and now they're going to have to come back and score 2 points to tie it up. Regardless, 5 minutes, 52 seconds left. We're going to have ourselves a 1-point game here. Boyum and Pruitt, a.k.a. Sanders, combining for Supreme. And look at this replay here from that last point. Pretty evenly matched. You know, when Todd, when these teams play clean, they're pretty. When Supreme plays clean, these are evenly matched teams.
Yeah, fighting back now. I mean, that is unless Supreme comes back and wins 5-3, then we know they just.
Then we know that it was the penalties.
Yep, but I mean, PC Katana, they're fighting. They're just losing the gun battles right now. It's it's just like we were watching the pros in the morning. They got a bunch of penalties, yes, but that's also because PC Katana was shooting a lot of bodies on the break, and Supreme guys were continuing to play. But now Supreme needing to turn up the volume a little bit, start attacking a little bit harder, playing a little bit smarter in their gunfighting, and have gotten 2 points back on the board here.
So 45 seconds to go before the start of this next point. Supreme already has a couple players ready to rock. And it looks like Panama City Katana already has 3 of 4 of their bodies out there.
So 27 seconds before the start of this game. Zach Wake, the first player from the Pro Division to show up back here at the field. Fully geared up and ready to go from LA Infamous. Trying to get warm early. Got a big game coming up against Houston Heat here.
Well, on this same field, this very field last year, Zach Wake stepped it up and was the hero for his team. Was able to take the victory. So he's wanting enough time over here to get mentally prepared. We still have the conclusion of this match, and then the D1 finals before we were able to see Los Angeles Infamous take on Houston Heat in the pro final.
And here comes move being made up the middle for Supreme. So PC Katana, they've been getting their bodies into spots alive, but we just haven't seen a whole lot of secondary moves out of them. They did something smart and run out to the snake side corner this game, though, to give themselves a little bit of space over here. Help their middle guys out a little bit by having that gun out wide. Supreme up in that Dorito can. Dorito side mini race. First snake side temple. There you see PC Katana from the eye in the sky. Both bunkers in the middle of the field.
Under 5 minutes to play here. PC Katana still slight advantage on the points. And Supreme down 2 now. Uh-oh, another body dropping for Supreme. So looks like Katana has the advantage here. But they're still at the point where if they get up enough bodies, they don't want to just sit. They're gonna want to put that at safety point up if Supreme's just gonna let them have it.
There you see Supreme up in that center tower. Snake side temple, both looking across the Dorito side. That's the player they're worried about right there in the Dorito 1. But Katana, you know, they have the bodies. Been nursing a 1-point lead right now.
So you can see the eye in the sky right there. 4 bodies left alive right now for PC Katana. And they don't have to go anywhere. They have the advantage. They have the lead. And they're just locking those lanes up. They're only looking at 3 bodies. So the 2 Pablo brothers, Randeep and Mandeep, they need to join Michael Sanders. And the 3 of them need to try to make something happen here because, you know, they're looking at 5 bodies and a point that they need to score here in the next 3 minutes.
Well, he tried. He got shot coming out here to the snake side. That might not have been the move he wanted to make. PC Katana finally starts making some moves, and they lose a body, but just not enough. 3:02 now left in this game, but PC Katana going to get another point. You know, when you're up bodies and you're up points, you know, it makes it a lot easier just to ride your guns, try and kill clock. But, you know, what these guys don't have the experience with is figuring out where to push just yet. But this is going to be a good learning experience for them for the next event. See how this game plays out. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Timeout was called by, I'm guessing, Supreme. So we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds before the start of this. This could be the last point here, Todd. Katana 1 point away from taking the victory. Or they could just let the time run out. I mean, they played a great slow point there against Supreme, slowly but surely just dinking them out of their bunkers.
Yeah, I think Supreme already took their timeout earlier. I wonder if Katana was just wanted to discuss it, because after they got all those penalties, they had that timeout.
Maybe.
Or PC Katana just wanted to try and
or have more time to clean up.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple guys just got, you know, too much mud in their guns, or, you know, possible.
Set up a good game plan. That was Colson. You know, what they don't want to do is come out here, run a point, get a fast point ran on them, and then not have time to figure out what they want to do after that. So here you see Supreme. The guy might want to take some time and grab a microfiber to those lenses.
Nah, he's just going to roll with it.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's got enough time, though. Has enough time. 1:24 here.
That's Sanders, possibly Pruitt.
Let's get an update from Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, so you guys are up 2 points right now, 4-2. You have a good chance at closing this out. What did you talk about during that timeout to make sure you could get this final point?
I mean, really, we just really focused on getting our guns working, they're working great. Empire's doing a good job, just keeping that mud out of them and real clean of any debris. And, you know, good game plans, good guns, win tournaments, and that's hoping what we're trying to do here. We got 2 more points.
Coming into this match, were you guys nervous since you had never played this field layout before?
It was something, you know, we weren't really used to, but, you know, we're a good team. We've been playing together for a very long time, and I really think with the change of the field layout, team chemistry really comes into play. And, you know, I've been with these guys for 3 or 4 years, and, you know, it's just been great since. So.
All right, well, it seems like it's working out for you. We'll see if they can get that last point for the win. Back to you guys.
Yeah, so PC Katana is 1 point away from taking this D2 final right now. And then after this, we are going to see Prime take on Uprising. We saw both of them play earlier on as Uprising defeated Distortion, and Birmingham Prime was able to take down the Charlotte Bloodhounds. PC Katana on your screen. Are they going to win? We're about to find out right now. Here comes a pretty strong push up the center. Not very far, though. Thought they might have gone farther than that. They don't really necessarily need to. They still have time to work with. You don't need to push too hard if you're Supreme. Just need to execute Uh-oh, look first. We see a penalty, major penalty on PC Katana. And here comes, this is exactly what Supreme was hoping would happen.
That's exactly what I said PC Katana did not want to do. And here comes Supreme on the attack. Guns blazing, coming across into the snake, coming through the alleyway on the snake side. Supreme.
And here comes Supreme, looking pretty good, doubling up and tripling up on the 50 in the center. And they're going to be able to score this point and pull within 1. So it's a close game all of a sudden. Worst time ever for PC Katana for Panama City to get that penalty.
Yeah, Maddie, I guess Pruitt and Sanders are actually two different people. They both played on Fusion and Excessive last season. They were on Explicit's pro team back in the day.
Well, that makes a lot of sense of why Supreme is in the finals.
I just haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen Pruitt with a Pruitt jersey on out there yet. But all these guys are from NorCal. Alex and Nate actually played with Fusion as well back in the day.
Alex Schrader and Alex Borromeo and Nate Schrader.
Yep. But they're also in that pit, you know, getting ready to help Uprising.
So can Supreme play clean? And PC Katana, they had penalty issues of their own that last point. But only 1 minute and 55 seconds to go. So, but Katana just 1 point away from victory. If I was a Katana fan right now, I'd be shaking my head with disappointment. They're going to get a major penalty in the point where we're supposed to win and take our championship.
Oh,
but the NorCal boys, Supreme, not wanting that to happen.
You know what they say, it's not in the bag till it's in the bag. Man, this has been probably the most exciting of these divisional finals that we've seen so far. Supreme trying to mount a comeback after Katana went up 3-0 early.
Yeah, this has been a very interesting game. Penalties. Supreme with this little comeback here. But let's see if they can sustain this comeback. 5 players alive clean for Supreme right now. This is their chance. John Miller. There he goes. Logan Landry coming off for Katana. So Supreme.
2 bodies for Katana.
So this is the opportunity Supreme's been waiting for, but can they capitalize in time? 1:30 to go. Starting to push up the field. No one in the snake yet for them, but they're pushing up in that center and on the D side. I think they've realized the body count, and that is why they are making these moves.
Yep, here comes Sanders again.
And this is not going to help, Todd. Look on the screen right now.
Oh, they get one, though, trying to make the move across the snake.
Looks like gun issues for Katana, so one of the players that's left alive is having issues. But yeah, Randeep got shot. Just even things up, should slow things down a little bit. It's going to come down to whether or not Supreme can make this move in the center. And he does make the move, takes out one, doesn't get another one. Yeah, no, he did get the other one. So opportunity here for Supreme to try to tie this game, but under a minute to play. Just 50 seconds to go. Looking at one body. And it's just Logan Landry. It was Justin Bailey that got shot before, so Logan Landry gets tapped out. So here comes Supreme. Gonna tie it up. Wow, this has been a crazy D2 final here, Todd.
Yeah, and that's Boyum right there. Also kind of looks like Ryan Pruitt.
Well, hey, with Supreme, remember early on when it was 3-0 and Morgan, or sorry, and Lauren interviewed them in the pits, and they said, "Look, we've been here before. We know what's going on. Got some penalties, no big deal. We're just gonna go out. We're gonna stay composed." They definitely look calm, almost to the point where they look flat. It would scare me a little bit, but hey, they came out and proved that they were definitely not flat. Now tying it up here, they did get a little help from Katana with a major penalty on Katana's side. So now with 34 seconds, I think we're gonna see an overtime period here, Todd.
Yeah, I think we might. You never know. We don't want to see anybody run down the field, grab a major penalty, and throw it away. But, I mean, if we go overtime,
Could see some one-on-ones.
love one-on-ones.
I love one-on-ones.
That's what I want to see out
Yeah,
here.
so if we get an overtime period, they'll throw 3 minutes on the board. If we cannot determine a winner within those 3 minutes, then it will go to a series of one-on-ones.
Man, PC Katana, this is what you get when you take your foot off the gas pedal and just start to coast. You got to put a team away when you have them on the ropes like that, but got to give it to Supreme because they kept fighting and fighting and fighting and have clawed their way back. And you know what? They never really look nervous. You know, they never look shaken.
Not one time. Even when they were down 3-0, 2 points away from getting beat here in the final match, just still calm and composed. All right, we're good. We've been here before. And now I think we're going to see overtime period. Whether or not we see one-on-ones is going to come down to the break in the overtime period. That's how it always breaks down. But if 5 players make it out alive, you know, no one wants to be that guy that makes the mistake that sends his team home with the loss. So that's why we've seen some one-on-ones in the divisional ranks before in the past year.
And let's see, 34 seconds. Get some kills on the break. What is going to happen? Is any team going to go for it, or are we going to see an overtime period? PC Katana looking to make moves through the middle of the field. What you don't want to do is get a major penalty. He gets grilled up coming through the middle right there. 13 seconds. Bodies dropping all over the place. Don't think there's going to be enough time. 4, 3, 2, and that's going to do it.
So we are going to throw 3 minutes on the clock, and we head to an overtime period. For selfish reasons, I'm hoping that nobody scores in this 3-minute period so we can see some one-on-ones. But it always just comes down to the break. It's 5-on-5, so if one team can shoot out at least a body, then we're probably going to see a point scored. If it's 5-on-5 and nobody drops at the start of this overtime period, then we have a chance to see some one-on-ones. And that's how you always find out what team thinks or who they think are their best players. And anytime when it's, all right, well, we fought through regulation, we fought through the overtime period, all right, send your heroes out, and that's how you find out who really is the best player on the team.
Yeah. So, 3-minute overtime, Maddie. PC Katana's booth, or pits right there.
They look a little flustered in there.
I was going to say, let's go over to Supreme's booth, see what that looks like. So here they are trying to put together their squad, figure out who's going in.
I need you, boys. I need you.
So Panama City Katana. So the boys from Florida playing the boys from NorCal. We're going to see who's the best in Division 2. Maybe in this 3-minute period, or if not, then we're going to head to a series of one-on-ones.
And 13 seconds. Supreme is still running out to the field. Does Katana have 5 guys out there? Yes, they do. Supreme gets their 5 out. And here we have it. The overtime point on the breakout. There's from the flag station camera. Supreme losing 1 body, headed out to the Dorito side, 2 hard up the middle, 1 in the back center. They lose another body. PC Katana shooting bodies on the break.
Todd, and this is how you see a quick point when you see multiple bodies drop from one team off the break as Nellen and Miller walk off for Supreme. That means Panama City has a big advantage right now, but can they capitalize in time? Or will Pruitt and Sanders and Boyum?
Oh, Maddie, and then Supreme. That is going to be game over for Supreme as they get a major penalty with 3 bodies left alive. That's going to pull everybody. And your Division 2 PSP Dallas Open 2015 champions are going to be PC Katana.
Hey, what a great job. Bend, don't break, right? Supreme came back, solved the penalty problem temporarily, and then it finally came back to haunt them here in the overtime period. So they're going to have they got to work on some drills or something to keep, maybe more rough, maybe get half the team to ref them at a time and call major penalties? Something,
Yeah, right.
because I don't know if they played with any refs heading in to this event, or yeah, not exactly sure what the problem was, but worst time ever to get a penalty in overtime playing for an actual win in your division. But PC Katana, perfect point for them there, man. They didn't lose a body. Eric Wilson, Logan Landry, Corey Jones, Scott Colson, Brian Johnson. Congratulations to the line that came out to start in that overtime point. So that's another thing. Those are the 5 best players on PC Katana throughout this event. That's who you send out to play an overtime point. Again, Eric Wilson, Logan Landry, Corey Jones, Scott Colson, and Brian Johnson. Congratulations to them. And there's Dan Strickland right there, the owner of the team. Dan Strickland, congratulations to him. He built this team. They've been playing the PSP for a long time. Finally, victory here for them. Congratulations to Dan Strickland from Garmin Gear. So let's check out some highlights here from this Division II final match. So early on, man, Supreme just, nothing was going right for him. Redbirds to death were flying, major penalties. They were losing gunfights. And Katana went up a couple points, went up 3 points, and then Supreme slowly but surely fought their way back.
Yep, here you see, this is when Supreme started running through the middle. That was Sanders. He got up there and he was doing work. Got 2 kills on that one right there.
Yeah, and they were watching later on in the game when Supreme was starting to make their comeback. They really dug in deep, man. They stopped getting penalties. They started executing. They started shooting players of their own on the break. They did get a gift in one of the points, but Katana got their own major penalty. But Katana, many less penalties. I think they only had 1 major, Todd.
Yeah, definitely got that penalty there, but I mean, the story was definitely all Supreme getting 4 majors out here. So that's painful.
Yeah, and the
That
biggest
is
one,
painful.
the biggest one in the finals for sure. So, but don't go anywhere. We have Primed Uprising coming back at you here, D1 finals, and then the game we're all waiting for. Los Angeles Infamous and Houston Heat have arrived. Actually, yeah, Houston Heat and Los Angeles Infamous are in the house right now, getting ready for their final matchup. As we see every highlight from this match.
Yep, there is.
Well, let's check in with Lauren Kelly before we head to the D1 final.
Hey guys, I have Brian Johnson here from PC Katana. They just won first place at the Dallas Open. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels really good.
What was running through your mind during that last overtime point? It could have gone to one-on-ones. I know Maddie and Todd were hoping it might go into one-on-ones.
Well, if it would have went 2 one-on-ones, we were pretty confident in that because we already won 1 today in one-on-ones. But we just wanted to play the right combo of aggression and safety there and just not let them get it.
Switching the field up on teams going into the finals is a huge challenge. How do you think it differentiates between the first and second place winners?
Not a whole lot because we're both, equal knowledge on the field. I think it's a pretty good shakeup. I enjoy the fact that the championship game, nobody has no idea what the lanes are, where you're going off the break and things like that. So I think it's pretty interesting. I love it.
Were you pretty surprised they were able to make such a significant comeback there from the majors they had gotten early in the game?
No, not really, because we've already played them once in this event, and they played us really hard. They actually beat us the first time. So we knew they were a good team, and we knew that they had that ability to come back. So we just wanted to play hard throughout the whole thing.
All right, well, congratulations. Anyone you want to thank for your team?
Just want to thank Dan Strickland, the guy who runs the team. We love you, Dan. That mustache is coming off. Want to thank Empire for all they do for us. Want to thank Alfred for all the great teching that he does. And thanks, PSP.
Awesome. Well, you are welcome. We are going into D1 finals with Uprising versus Prime, so stay tuned.
Mark your calendars and get ready for the battle at the upcoming stops on the 2015 PSP Tour. The Nashville Open goes down May 1st through the 3rd. Mid-Atlantic Open June 18th through the 21st. The Chicago Open takes place August 7th through the 9th. And the biggest paintball tournament on earth, the PSP World Cup, runs October 15th through the 18th. Sign up your team now and get into the fight. Watch all the action on PSPEvents.com. You don't want to miss it.